All right, everyone, super excited to finally have time to open the Osmo 3, which we are going to try for you guys to do real estate open houses and other live events. So this is a stabilizer. I've ordered it on Best Buy, and it comes with this case here, which is really great because it's good for traveling. And what's in it? Let's see. So this is basically your Osmo 3 stabilizer, and this will help us hopefully see how this swivel and it flips around. So this is going to be our stabilizers to be able to have the camera follow us and just not make us seasick, hopefully. So this was ordered from Best Buy, and it also came with a little soft carry case, and it came with other accessories. It kind of reminds me of like iPhone packaging, this stuff. So this is the I think selfie stick tripod. Oh, this is the charger. It's one of those little chargers that you get with cameras, so don't lose that one. I have so many of them right now, but you know, it connects to I assume charge that. And then it also comes with this tripod. This was all in lots of plastic. I've removed some of it. So this would be a base, so you can actually plug it, and I think it screws into this here. So this is that, and then other tiny gadgets, which was interesting. This is a pad, and it says to, if required, to anti-slip pad to secure your phone to the phone holder. So I think this goes into this part here, and then little string. So we'll see how to use it. Okay, getting started with your gimbal. I'm going to start by showing you what you can do without using the Gimbal app. So you want to make sure you download it's called DJI Mimo or Mimo app. But I'm going to show you what you can do without the app. It's really similar to what you will be able to do with your gimbal when you go live on Facebook and Instagram. Because when you go live on Facebook and Instagram, you cannot use the gimbal app. So there's lots of features like tracking and so on that you will not be able to use in a live video recording. That being said, there's lots you can do just with the gimbal. And keep in mind that the gimbal is a stabilizer, and this is where it shines because it allows you to move around and have a really smooth video. And with or without active tracking, it does give you a way smoother feel to your videos than just a normal tripod. So just for that, it's worth it. See how I move around and my camera kind of like I can move my arm like this and it follows. It gives a really smooth feel. So let's get started. First things first. See, I'm going to turn it off. So when you have your gimbal off, it's going to be folded like this. This is the Osmo 3. You want to put your phone in the gimbal. You will see here it says put your camera this way. Where is your camera? The camera is that little hole that you have, and I have it over here. I always put a sticker so I know where to look at, because when you're filming you want to look at that sticker, otherwise you're going to look at the screen and your eyes are going to look sideways on video. So you adjust here, it's going to say put your camera this way. So this is what you do. You put your camera this way, you flip it up. So, and then it's all looking funky, so don't try to adjust it endlessly like this. Just wait to turn it on first. So there's different things that you will see on your gimbal, okay? You have this button here that's like your shutter button. This is your M button. This is referred as the joystick. This over here is your zoom. This only works with the app. So this is the zoom. You have your little thingy here to charge it. And this is called the trigger, like a trigger. Okay, so this is how this all starts. So what I've done now is I've turned it on. I'm going to turn it on by pressing the M button. So I press the M button. And look how cool this is. It balances the Osmo, right? So now it's balanced. So what can you do? I have turned my camera on. I'm in camera mode on my phone, and I've put it into video. okay? Like I would start and stop a video like this. What this button here, this red button, without using the app, is it allows you to start and stop. See, it starts and stop. So you can start and stop a video just holding the gizmo like this, so I can be looking at it like that and then start, stop, and so on, okay? Now, this is one of the things you can do without the app. You can start and stop using your shutter button. You can use the joystick, which is this here, to adjust the phone. So see how I can put it up and down. So try not to use your hand to move things and use this. Then the other thing, you cannot use the zoom, but the other thing you can do is you can press the M button twice, and I have a cheat sheet on that I've created to help me because I couldn't remember it all and to help you. So go to catherineaird.ca or go to the link on the blog and download it. It's the best cheat sheet ever. I'm actually following it now. So the M button here, you press 2 times and it's going to switch from landscape to portrait. This is something you want to do before you start recording usually, right? You don't want to do it midway, and on live recording you're not allowed to do it. It won't let you do it. So yeah, so you pick that by pressing twice. What you can do is press 3 times to put it on standby mode if you want to say delete a video. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3 and you're going to see what it does. 1, 2, 3. And then I can close it and actually work on my phone if I need to delete stuff and so on. If I want to start using it again, pop it up, 1, 2, 3, and it brings it back. So what you want to remember is the little M button at the bottom twice, puts it there, and then 1, 2, 3 puts it in standby. The other thing you can do without the app is use the trigger. So the trigger, what you can do without the app is if you press twice, it's going to rebalance your Osmo. So it just straighten things up, okay? All the rest you'll have to do manually. So there's still quite a bit you can do without the app, but where the magic happens with this gimbal is with the DJI app, and I will guide you to it in the next video. Hi, Catherine Aird here, and I'm back with your getting started kind of Osmo for Dummies 101 getting started, which is the video I wish I had when I first got that out of the box. So what do we do with if we are using the app? And I have another video of what you can do with live recording and without the app, and this is how to use the app, which is amazing. Really, you kind of need the app. So first you download the DJI Mimo or Mimo app. I have the link below. And what you want to do is put your phone in. So you make sure your camera is aligned. There's a little arrow that tells you the camera. This is my camera. I put a sticker. It's facing this way. You put it in there. You can kind of adjust it if need to, but what I like to do is just going and turning by pressing the M button. This is the M button. So quick review, this is your joystick, up, down. So it goes up, see how it moves the Osmo like this. You don't want to move the Osmo with your hand, you want to move it with this button. This here is your M button. It's also your power button. This is your shutter button. It also allows you to go back and forth with photo and video. Here you have a trigger, and here you have your USB port and the little outlet to charge your Osmo. The Osmo uses a lot of battery and it takes super long time to charge. So make sure you charge it at night before you go and use it for like an event or if you're planning on using it, okay? So these are the basics. Now, something I like to use a lot to fiddle with my phone is the M 3 times to put it on standby. So see if I click 1, 2, 3, it puts the Osmo on standby, which allows me to flip it. If you don't put it on standby, you try to flip it, it's gonna jitter on you and go crazy. Whoops. So see, it actually tells me you are in standby mode. Yes. So what I want to do while I'm on standby mode is show you the app. So this is the app here. See that little app over here? So You have to connect, and listen to me here, you have to connect the app with Bluetooth and the gimbal. So that seems like craziness, and it a bit is, but it's not that bad. So what you want to make sure is that when you click, this is settings on your phone, you click settings, and under Bluetooth, you will see Osmo. So you want to make sure the Osmo is connected. Okay, connect the Osmo. So that way your phone, the app, and the Osmo is all talking to each other. Okay, now I'm going to go into the app. And the app essentially looks like, I'll get out the standby mode. So I go up and then 1, 2, 3 on the M. Okay, I get out of standby mode. And essentially the app is like a camera. It just looks like a camera. Look how fun this is. Eh? You can move it all around and it stays straight. Okay, so this is a camera. Now, there's really cool features with the app. So first of all, you click this button to start. This is your shutter button to start or stop a video. Okay, so you go click to start, click to stop. Okay, you can use your joystick. I'm following my cheat sheet. Remember, you have to go on my blog where you can download the best cheat sheet ever. I use it all the time. So you want to print it and keep it like in the box that comes with this to make sure, because trust me, you will forget which button does what. Okay, so you can use your joystick to adjust, like I mentioned a bit before, your camera if need be. This is your zoom in and out on the side. But where this is cool with the app is you can switch by pressing one from photo or video, whether you decide to do photo. Oh, this is start stop. Sorry, it's the M button. So on the M button, you will switch. I press the M and then see how it says photo, or I press it again and then it says video. So this M button, press once, is photo video. If you press it twice, it's going to be similar that without the app. You press it twice and it goes portrait or landscape. This is something you want to kind of decide which format you want to choose before you start to record or take photos. This is all to avoid you fiddling with your hands with this. You don't want to fiddle with your hand. Let it balance itself with the buttons, okay? Now, and then the M button is also to turn your power on or off. And then quickly the trigger. So the trigger is going to help you get into active mode, but I'm not going to go into really active mode like that. I'll mention it a little bit at the end. So I'm moving my sheet around. But what you want to use it for is you can do 3 times to go in between your front and back camera. So if I am filming like this and I go 3, 1, 2, 3, see how now it films back, 1, 2, 3, and front, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Now, when you are filming with the gimbal, say I start my video, so I'm starting to film. If I go 1, 2, 3, it doesn't change back and forth. You can only do that when you are filming live. Did you hear that? If you're shooting a video with the Osmo using the app and you're shooting, you can go 1, 2, 3 to go back and forth with your camera from the front and back camera, but only once you're done shooting. So you'll have to do one video facing this way, one video facing that way, and then link them after in editing mode, okay? Now, where this app shines is in tracking. Why on earth would you want to be tracking anything, and what is tracking? Tracking means that if you are walking out and about or you want to do a video and you want to make sure you're walking and you want to make sure that the camera follows you as you walk. If you're doing an open house, for example, and you're walking around the property, you don't want to have the camera go like this because it makes people kind of seasick. So this is where tracking comes into end, okay? So I like to press double the trigger to balance. See how I kind of balance my phone like this? It adjusts it. So I really like that feature, the double trigger. So now what I want to do is put my finger on it's going to be a bit hard, but you go on there and then you select like this what you want to track. And I'm going to show you what it does. So I'm going to decide, I want the Osmo to track my face as I'm walking around. So I'm going to select my face. Make sure you guys can see what it happens. I select my face, and then a green screen happens. And look at the Osmo. See how if I move around, it follows me? See? I'm not moving my arm. I'm just moving myself, and it follows automatically. It means that if I was walking out and about, the camera would follow me and make sure that it's stable. So this is super cool. Okay, how do you start? And then if you want to unfollow, you click the screen. So how do you do that again? You put it in video mode, and then you simply drag. If your face was here, you would go zoop and select your face, and then a green screen happens and it tracks you. If you try to go super fast, it will lose you, but it's enough to really track you and give a really, really smooth filming. Okay, now the other thing, see, I really like this feature that to stabilize the phone. Okay, to bring it back, because sometimes you're like, how do I get my camera back? It's all over the place. So you press twice, you press your trigger twice to recenter. Okay, if ever your camera is lost, press the trigger twice. It's all over the place. Now, the other thing you can do, and that's the last thing two more things I'm going to show you. Here you will see there is a little hand. Ooh, it's hard for you guys to see. Under the recording, there's a little hand. The little hand is called gesture control. What is gesture control? Gesture control allows you to do a move, and on the fly, the Osmo is going to track your face and start the recording. So it means that if you're out like this and you don't want to reach out or press buttons or anything or select what you're going to track, you just go like this, and the Osmo is going to know that it has to track your face. So how do you go about it? You click that little hand that you will see over here under the record button. Okay, there's a little hand, and you click the little hand, and it's called gesture control. So you turn it on, and then it's gonna say identifying gesture. Okay, so you say okay, and what happens? This is identifying gesture. So you'll see it's gonna go 1, 2, 3, go. I go like this, and I put my hand like this. 1, 2, 3, and there you go. The Osmo has started recording, and I'm moving around to see how it's tracking me. But by doing gesture control, you just go like this, and it goes 1, 2, 3, and starts recording and tracking you automatically because you framed your face, so it knows it has to follow you. If you want to stop your video, you just click the stop button here, and you stop it. Okay, so this is how gesture control works. You click on the little hand, you enable gesture control by pressing the little toggle button, and then you frame your face, and then it starts recording right away. It's something you'll have to practice. Now, what do you do if you want the Osmo to track someone else? So it's pretty easy. You just make sure that you're filming that person so that you have your camera here, and then you can decide which mode it's going to be, whether I'm recording myself or selfie or recording someone else. So in that case, I would go, say Heather was standing over there. All I would do, say my person is over there, all I would do is select who I'm tracking on my screen, and the Osmo is going to track that person, and you'll be able to move around and follow that person. Okay, so it's really great. Now the last thing I want to show you is on the screen. The last thing you have here is a couple of different, see, it doesn't like it that I'm forcing it, couple of different options. You have little buttons where you will find information about setting out glamour effects. Now keep in mind that glamour effects only work in 1080-30. So if you want to add glamour effects so you look better, apparently, you want to switch here 1080. It's normally in 1080-60. You want to switch it 1080-30, and then you click glamour effects. Glamour effects are really tricky because if you say automatic, it makes bigger eyes and a slimmer face. I don't know if that's a thing. I don't know if I like it. Anyways, there's glamour effects are here. And there's also 3 little dots that's going to give you access to active mode tracking. I have tried active mode tracking about 1 million times with my kids skateboarding. It's not fast enough to track someone moving fast. It's good if you kind of are moving a little bit faster, but you still have to stay kind of within the frame. So something you can play with. Let me know how it goes. Practice makes perfect. Remember to delete the videos that you're not using so that they don't jam up all the space and the memory on your phone. If you have any question, please reach out to me at catherinenair.ca. Make sure to watch the playlist on the Osmo. Head to my blog, catherinenair.ca blog, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much. Hi, okay, it's Catherine. I'm testing live with the Osmo 3 right now. So the interesting thing is that when you connect the gimbal, you cannot go into the app, the Osmo app and DMI and be on live on Facebook. So right now I'm live on Facebook, but straight from the Facebook platform. So I'm using the gimbal that is not connected to the app. The tricky part with that is that there's a lot of function that you cannot use. But because I'm live, if I walk around, so the gimbal really acts right now as just a basic selfie stick. So say if I was doing an open house, I could say, hi, I'm in front of this beautiful home in Whistler, and I could be walking around like this. Now you see how it kind of follows me, but really it's my hand doing most of the work because I don't have the active tracking. Now because I'm doing a Facebook Live video, I can switch the camera back and forth, but I have to use my finger on the device. So I'm gonna go on the screen in the live and then split this. So I could say, this is the view, and then I can move the DJI Osmo app around so you can see it's kind of smoother than a normal selfie stick. So I could say, this is the view this morning from this property. And then, so this is with the Osmo 3. Hi, Jamie and Valerie. So I'm kind of testing this gimbal. So what's interesting is that when I move, it's a little bit smoother of a move. So we'll try to, oh, I tripped on stuff. So if I walk around, you can kind of see that it's a bit of a smoother move than a normal tripod, say, right? So be okay, this is the, let's pretend I'm doing an open house. I can say, this is the view, and then I'm gonna take you into the house. So this would be my pretend open house. Then I would go like this, move in, and then I can see, switch the camera around, then I can say, hi, and let me take you in. So you see how the gimbal balances out, but it's with my hand, but it's still a smoother way than it would be normally. So now I'm gonna take you inside the house. So that would be my pretend inside the house. Switch the camera around, take people in. So this, for example, I can say, this is my great mess. Okay, one thing to remember when you're doing a live, you cannot go back from horizontal to vertical, right? So I can say, this is, for example, the kitchen. Could be walking around like this to tell people the features of the house, for example. And then I could be going back, say, if you want to find out more about this listing, you can get a hold of me. Then I can say to people, oh, here, how about we go walk you upstairs? I'll show you what it looks like. Then I twist it around and I can take people zoo up the stairs, for example. So this could be an example of how to use the gimbal doing a live. So switch the camera around. So what I've learned from this experience is, if you're going to be going live on Facebook or Instagram, you cannot use the gimbal app. You have to just use it as basically a selfie stick. You can use some of the features, but not all of them. You cannot switch the camera with the trigger and so on. You have to do it by touching your phone. Does it give a smoother look? Yes, probably, because my phone is balancing, right, with the gimbal. Keep in mind that the gimbal is heavy. I'm pretty strong and my arm is getting tired, so I just have to switch arm and go on. I kind of like the way that it's got a smooth movement, but remember, if you're walking in the house, you have to remember not to trip. And then I would go like this, say, walk around, and then kind of adjust what is happening. So what I'm going to do is save this live video, and then we're going to go on Facebook and see what it looks like. I am actually doing a whole series on how to use the gimbal and a cheat sheet for you guys getting started, because trust me, gimbals are not easy. It's not an easy thing to use. Some of the things while I'm at it on my cheat sheet, so I'm going to show you. This is my cheat sheet here, okay? So you balance your phone, so I've done that. You have the shutter button to start or stop. So let's see if this works. Well, I'm going to try it at the end, but let's see if I can zoom in and out doing a live. So see, if the zoom doesn't work when I'm doing live. I can move the joystick. This is great. This is the joystick this. When I'm doing a live, I can use the joystick to pen it in my phone. Now, the M button here, so press 1 to switch between photo and video mode. That does not work. If I click it, it doesn't work when I'm doing a live. Twice to go in portrait and landscape. See, this works, but it doesn't work with a live, because when you start a live in vertical, like horizontal or vertical, a certain mode, you cannot switch it midway. So this actually works, but you want to do it before, and then 3 times to enter the standby mode. We don't want to do standby. So now the trigger does not work for what I've started with to switch with the back and front camera. So let's try one more time. 1, 2, 3. See, it doesn't. Oh, it doesn't work, but it did stabilize somehow my camera. So, that's interesting. All right. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I'm going to switch this around. And so, okay. So what do we have that works and doesn't work? Hold the phone to the shutter button. So let's see if I can use the shutter button. I know that I can't. The only thing I can do right now while I'm live is press twice the M. I'm gonna write this down. M twice for, I'm talking to myself, you guys. Thanks for your patience. But M twice for live recording. So that works. M twice for live recording. And so M twice to switch. What else works with live? The zoom work? No, zoom doesn't work. Joystick works. The joystick works. And then 3 times to enter standby, twice to, so that works. Trigger on off. Press and hold to, press and hold the trigger. Does it do anything? No, press and hold doesn't work. Press once and start, no, because I don't have the, press twice to recenter. This works. Twice trigger to recenter. Press 3 times to be front and back. That doesn't work. And press 1 and hold to enter 1 and press 1 and then press and hold to enter port mode. That doesn't work. So now the only thing I'm left to try is whether the shutter button is gonna, the shutter button, is the shutter button start or stop recording? Start or stop recording. Shutter button. No. Shutter does the volume. The shutter becomes the volume. Becomes the volume. She becomes the volume. And then there's one that I like that's going to be, what is it? Lock mode. Press and hold to enter. Lock mode. Yeah, doesn't, oh. All right. That's it, you guys. Okay, thanks for your patience. I'm going to save this, but then I'm going to delete it after because I don't think we want to see this. Okay, love you guys.